Gave us an assignment and mission, not verbal, but by example. Brother showed us that we never forget about those. They say out of sight, out of mind, but brother he'll going into the desert and he opened up and broke from and he brought many, many people into the more science of murder through this Father God out. Because our lives is right. The man works for our lives, through our lives. And I give honors to the current leader who had to take on the title, the role of leader, branch, moderator. That's a big responsibility. Right. You have to be willing to step up and take that. And when you take that responsibility and title, criticism. So you give honors to a man or woman anytime they step up to take the position and take their role to be a leader. Because all those things, it's not just the Ricky band and those who have led know and understand. And all of us are leaders. That's right. You might not have a type of grand sheet. That's right. You're the grand sheet in your home. You know, you're the father in the home. So all of us are leaders. You might be the mother in the home. So you know what comes along with being a leader. Fine. And I do I give honors to the great prophet. Because I'm so thankful that he was sent. I'm thankful that he was so deep. See, the prophet didn't have to be a he could have turned around and been in himself. But he took on his assignment and accepted it. And thus, what you have before you have people who came from a grave state of mind of being NBCs. All those who don't know what that means. That means Negro, blacks, color, and Ethiopian. Because these are the names that was put on us, the true Moorish Americans. That's who we truly are. We're not Negro, we're not African Americans, we're not Afro Americans, we're not black and proud. We're boys and proud. We say it a lot. So I give honors to that holy prophet who came and revealed to us who we truly are. Praise Allah. I thank you for the prophet. I'd like to give a special honor to women because it is through women through who we come, how we make our interest into the world and see the things that we see. And it is women that we return, Mother Earth. So I give honors to women. I give honors to brotherhood. Because brotherhood is unity. And as our chairman said, we have to not just in duties and tasks, but let's unite in thought. It don't matter how many temples it is, as long as it's one thought. One prophet, one aim, one goal, one Allah. So it don't matter where you went geographically in this on this globe, as long as you want to work with a prophet, it's different grand pots. As long as they teach about the true one God of life. There's only one God of life. And that's only talking of the brothers. And then all praise Allah. That's what we are teaching them. We are teaching the love instead of hate. Yeah. And what does that mean? We had a lot of hate for ourselves. The Moorish American Asiatics had a lot of hate for ourselves. We still have it today. Just because we're in a Moorish American means that we cure and heal. Oh, Islam, I like to proclaim my national birthday, but no, that was just a mission. See, they said the 12 step, they said the first step. So one had to sit back and listen to someone and they'll talk to them and say, that makes sense. I admit that I was Negro, black people. Oh, no, let me rephrase. I admit that I accepted their teachings and took on Negro, black, color. But then you really to commit to change. So just because we drink doesn't mean that we're pure, but we in the process, you're in the hospital, you're still under the doctor's care. So the prophet is still giving us his care, his remedy,
Right.
Some days may be better than others, just like those who may have this news. That's all it is. It's just unease. And we was unease with ourselves. We did not love ourselves. And you see it today. You will see people go to quit before they go to heaven because they think that this ice is over there. So it doesn't matter. I think, look, it's going to always end up in our favor. I see it within myself. Sometimes we can directly or intentionally do interesting things. Sometimes unintentionally. I noticed something myself because we are approaching the month of Ramadan, and this is the month where we fast and we make change. It's not just about what's staying in food; it's about what's staying and being disciplined from behavior, changing something about ourselves. And this year, I said I'm going to probably prepare myself. What is it that I want to do better this year? What is it that I want to change? So it takes me to do self-examination, self-analysis and self-correction. And something that I had noticed, remember, sometimes we can intentionally do Negro things that are unintentional. And I noticed, and this is not to speak against anyone who Allah has blessed with a talent, but we know that we have rap music in our community. And to be honest, it's not uplifting. Let's be honest, it's not uplifting. And I listen to it, and I notice myself. I have my women shop. I roll up, use a loud in the hood. But when I go to play, I know I'm turning back.
Very well. Yeah, true.
But a lady told me something one day.
Very well.
I pulled into the store, and she recognized me. She said, I know you. You want him. She said, I'm surprised you right around this. She said, but my son had triggered. She said, he will always remember that. She said, there's an image right there. She said, that's a picture that he sent. And it dawned on me. I said, wow. And I don't know what she said. And it came to me weeks later when I noticed when they just know, it's my fault. But I'm consciously preserving and respecting them when I shouldn't respect them at home. I should want any better. But I don't ride through Sullivan to benefit with when I get down there. Unconscious, Asiatic, unintentional. Right? So it comes. But I have noticed and I admit to it. So now it's time to correct. Maybe some jazz. Maybe some jazz. Maybe I might play Jones Baker. But something has to be done. Something has to be done. I get praise out loud because this is a great. I get excited when the month of Ramadan because it's something that I look forward to. It's discipline. Every year I gain something and I lose something. I might lose something that I held hold really didn't need that I had to let go of. Sometimes those things are real hard to let go. It might be smoking, it might be drinking, it might be lust, whatever it is. You see it, you attack it, and you let it go. Let the higher stuff. That's what you do. And I'm so thankful because today I met somebody. Right, so his name is Lord. And I got to actually take a good look at it. Now I got to guess what it looked like. Just like wow, 30 years, 30 years old. And then after I wrestled and talked to him, I went and met somebody else. Twin. Because when they say you got twins, it's so anything that we heard, it ain't strange. There's no strange happenings out there. There's no strange sayings. All these sayings happen. We just have to sometimes what it say. And I'm learning it. So that's my motto. I give honors to our branch here on this location. But there was something they good leaders, good role models, good examples of fathers, leaders, responsibility because who you are, I see. Integrity. What is integrity? Integrity is doing what you were going to do in the dark that you're doing in public. And I don't have a doubt. I don't know if it's going to work, but I don't have a doubt. I really don't. But I'm willing to bet. Probably shouldn't bet. Then it'll be like, oh, it was a bet. But I'm willing to bet that these are the same people that they are here in front of me at home. And I have faith in it. I give honors to the Muck Tea staff because the Muck Tea staff is the staff that makes you very comfortable while you're in the temple. Who makes sure you get drinking water. Who makes sure that it's clean. Who's going to make sure that we get this issue taken care of that I just noticed. But I give honors to the sisters auxiliary. And just like the brother said, you all heard, we had a great tag day. Sisters did good, they did wonderful, they did a good job. We thank Allah for that. So sometimes it's not about the what is it that we supposed to have. It's about what we got.
That's right.
Appreciate what we have.
Right.
And, I had to think a lot. Like sometimes, man, I'm living in my dash. And what is the dash? When we go to these funerals, they always want to have the sunrise and the sunset. Then you got the dash. Right now, we're living in that dash. So I'm worried about the present. Not worried about it, but I'm creating my legacy right now. And I'm thanking Allah because I was just so I have to understand that I am living my best life. Allah has given me everything that I've asked for. Everything. And I had to actually realize I've always wanted to be a public speaker.
Yeah.
I always wanted to be a public speaker. When I was young, I wanted to be a police officer. Believe it or not. I wanted to be a police officer. Then I wanted to be a preacher. And but listen, I got them all right now. Because I mean, what is police? One who just secures and who watches and makes sure things are important. I do that at home, I do that in the temple, I do that throughout the community. So I am. I might have a badge, I can make one, but I might have a badge, but I'm still doing it. Preaching. Well, you can also say it's a teacher. Well, I would just want to just teach the word of Allah. I don't know what he's doing. A public speaker. Well, this is a public speaker, and I'm a speaker. Right. Sometimes it's right there in your face. It's right there. Allah gives you everything that you need and more of what you want. It's right there. You just don't know how it's going to come. I'd like to take a read from Holy Quran of the Moorish of America with the fine Holy Prophet, Noble Brother. This is the book of all religions, of all spirits, the book that has those answers when you're wondering and you are second guessing yourself. When man can give you the answer, when your brother can give you the answer, when your sister can give you the answer, your mother, your father.
Praise Allah.
Just have to be still and read it with your spiritual and not your tongue.
Praise Allah.
And it'll take time. Some of us obey spiritual journey. And take a read. I'll not take it because I don't never first anything or say I'm a reader. I just let Allah guide my tongue, my heart, my ideas, and my fingers and go to a page. And this page is going to be page 52. Chapter 22. Only instructions from the prophet. Vain and constant as no one. O child of men. So the prophet, Allah, who told the prophet, or made in this, you have this inconsistency in it. You have vanity. We all have that. Just like
Praise Allah.
he's telling us that we are children of imperfection. How can it go? I asked you a question. That's the question. It's not inconstant connected. Correct? Yes, it is. Can there be vanity without infirmity? Yes. Avoid the danger of the one. Thou shalt escape the mischief of the wherein art thou most Well, this is what Jesus did when he went to the wilderness. He asked himself, same question he asked when Jesus went to the wilderness for self-examination. And yet asked himself, where am I weak at? Where am I weak at? How am I weak at? So listen to this. And that wherein thou seemest most strong, strong, and that wherein most thou glory, even in possessing the things which thou hast, and using the good that is about, or not thy desires also free.
Yeah.
The question, things that lead to ask ourselves, that's what's or knoweth thou even what is thou wouldest wish. The question, when thou hast obtained what most thou sought after, behold, it is thee. Wherefore, loosen the pleasure that is for thee is reverence, and why appeareth that which is yet to come. Because thou art weary with good for this, because thou knowest not the evil of that which is not with thee. Know that intent is to act.
Praise Allah.
Intent is to be at hand. You might not know that yet, but you will know it soon.
Yeah.
Because they say, what is it to gain the whole world? What is it to have all the possessions and really not be happy inside? See, when we speak in things, sometimes we see the things because we're missing something inside. We're empty somewhere. Something inside is empty, and you're looking for a better part from outside to feel that more. You might be looking for substance to feel that. You might be looking for pleasure to feel that more. But it's something, and one has to down inside. This small. I give honors to all those of the sound of my voice. I thank you all for listening, and I'll read as I can.
Praise Allah.
Praise the Lord. Amen.
Praise
Islam, Lord.
Islam.
At the time, I done thought I'll be getting to the street, but the minister, so sister, 8 times a day, I mean, sister, 6 times a day, my secretary, my secretary.
Praise Allah.
Oh, the Lord, they came to me when I knew that I was free. When the prophet found me, put his arms around me. Oh, the joy that came to me. Now he walks beside me. Oh, the joy that came to me.
Islam, Lord.
Islam, sister.
I like to give praise to Allah. What is the creator, the judgment of the world, almighty, eternal, and incomprehensible. I would like to give praise to our prophet. Honor to our prophet of Raleigh. And to the past, supreme friend of ours and moderators, Brother C. Kirby Bay, Brother F. Milton Bay, Brother Lake Bay. And to our former friend and moderator, Brother Orange Jones Bay, and our present friend and moderator, Brother Orange. Our former friend and moderator, Brother R. Love, and our present friend and moderator for the ordinance.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
Um,
I don't know.
We got,
Praise the Lord.
I'll take a read from chapter 34, the Holy Spirit of God.
Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
O thou who art armored with the beauty of truth, and hast fixed thy heart on the simplicity of her charm, hold fast thy fidelity unto her, and forsake her not. The consistency of thy virtue shall crown.
Take it down, take
The
it down.
constancy
Yeah, praise
of
the
thy
Lord.
virtue shall crown thee with honor.
Mhm.
The tongue of the sincere is rooted in art. Hypocrisy and deceit have no place in his word. He blushes at falsehood and is found, but is in speaking truth, he has a steady eye. He supported as a man the dignity of his character. To the arts of hypocrisy, he scorneth to stoop.
Mhm.
He is consistent with himself. He is never embarrassed. He has courage enough for the truth, but to lie he is afraid. He is far above the meanness of dissimulation. The words of his mouth are the thoughts of his heart. Yet with prudence and caution, he opens his lips. He studies what is right and speaks with discretion. He advises with grace,
Work it out.
freedom, and whatsoever he promises
Mhm.
shall surely be performed. But the heart of the hypocrite is hidden in his breast. He maketh his words in the semblance of truth, while the business of his life is only to deceive.
Mhm.
He laughs in sorrow, he weeps in joy, and the words of his mouth have no interpretation. He worketh in the dark as a mole, and fancieth he is safe. But he wandereth into light and is betrayed and exposed with dirt on his head.
Praise the Lord.
He passeth his days in perpetual constraint. His tongue and heart are forever and barren. He laboreth for the character of the righteous man, and huggeth himself in the thoughts of his cunning.
Mhm.
O fool, the pains which thou takest to hide what thou art, or more than would make thee what thou wouldest think. And the children of wisdom shall mock at thy cunning, when in the midst of security thy disguise is stripped off, and the finger of derision shall point thee to scorn.
Praise the
Good
Lord.
job, good job.
Praise the Lord.
Good job.
Mhm.
It's a good chapter. Speaking about being truthful and not only being truthful with yourself, with others, but being truthful with yourself. So in the end, you're not pretending to be something you're not, or being someone that you're not, and you're not deceiving other people. So this is a really nice chapter, and I'm gonna come if I can.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
I guess that's not our church, our secretary, sister, council lady did a good job. Speaking of sincerity,
Praise the
you know
Lord.
what I'm saying? So once sincere, you know, that he dedicate
Yeah.
to his booth, you know, they ain't playing. And you see it in your acts and deeds. You see a person have to see, you got to say, recite to say I'm this and all this. This one I'm about and all this, you know what I'm saying? When you keep the crop off front, and you actually see your show. Brother, man, you hear me? Your
That's
show.
right.
And you actually see when you keep the crop off front. You know what I'm saying? Freestyle food elevation. I'll get that down. Again to the sister, T. Thompson, you're doing a good job. Keep the records of our minister. It's 9 seconds. Our third is 9 sister in time for great. Whoever's coming back. That's it. It's fine.
Oh, Allah,
Whoever's speaking.
don't have to move my mountain, but give me the strength to climb. Oh, Allah, don't take away my stumbling block, but leave me all around. I don't bother nobody. I try to treat everybody the same. But every time I turn my back, they scandalize my name. Oh, Allah, don't have to move my mountain, but give me the strength to climb. Oh, Allah, don't take away my stumbling block, but leave me all around. Praise Allah.
I don't bother nobody.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Praise Allah.
Islam.
Islam.
I give praises to Allah and honor to our prophet and to our leader. I thank Allah for waking me up this morning, clothing my right mind, and started on my way. I thank Allah for life itself.
Praise Allah.
I thank Allah for being able to make it down here safe. I thank Allah for my children, my grandchildren, my husband, my family, for each and one of you. And I ask Allah to give us a special blessing, all those who under the sound of my voice. Praise Allah.
Praise Allah.
Yes. I'm going to take a reading from the Holy Quran of the Moorish Temple of America, chapter 15. This brother Pearly White favorite chapter.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he would read this chapter. And I'm going to take a reading from it today. Divine ministry of Jesus. Jesus go into the wilderness for self-examination, where he remained 40 days and subject to 3 temptations. He overcomes, returned to the camps of John and began teaching. The harbinger had paved the way. The Logos had been introduced to men as love made manifest. And he must now begin his divine ministry. And he went forth into the wilderness to be alone with the Lord, that he might look into his inner heart and note his strength and worthiness. And by me having so many children and grandchildren, and people are always at the house and with me, I normally get up probably about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and that's my alone time with Allah. And that's when I'm praying and thanking him and just giving praise to him, because we can't thank him enough for all that he have done, and all that he do for us each and every day.
That's right.
Shielding us from danger, seen and unseen, and allowing us to go on our way and being able to walk and talk and do all these things. These are the things that I thank Allah so much for, because there's so many people that are sick and can't do anything for themselves.
That's right.
But to be alone, just to know your strength and worthiness, and sometimes you feel unworthy of some things, you know what I'm saying? As being a mother, a parent, a grandmother, because sometimes you feel like sometimes you're not doing all that you could do, or
you done made some mistakes along the way, but I thank Allah and I ask him to guide and direct me each and every
That's
day
right, teacher.
because I'm not perfect
That's right.
Praise
and I need help.
That's right. We all do.
It says, and with himself he taught. He said, my Lord's self is strong by many ties. I bow down to corner life.
Mhm.
Have I the strength to overcome and give my life a willing sacrifice for men? And that's a question because I think as women, and not to take nothing away from men, but I think as women, we kind of give our life a willing sacrifice for our family, for our children, our grandchildren, and the people that we love.
That's right.
You know, sacrifices are being made, and this is what I try to explain to baby guys every day. Sacrifices are made for them. Provisions are made for you. And I want him to truly understand this, you know, because it's a little different when you have grandchildren and they're in your home and you raise them. And it's almost like doing it all over again, you know. So I thank Allah for allowing me to have a second time to do it.
Praise
But
God.
my Father, Allah give me strength. It's all I can ask for.
That's right.
It says, and when I stand before the face of men and they demand a proof of my messiahship, what will I say? And the tempter came and said, if you be the son of Allah, command these stones to turn to bread. And Jesus said, who is it that demands a test? It is no sign that one is a son of Allah because he does a miracle. The devil can do mighty things.
Good teacher.
And that's when we have to truly check ourselves because the devils can do mighty things,
That's right, teacher.
but so can Allah.
That's right. You're-
But we don't need to be fooled by the Lord self of
That's
the,
right.
of the things that the devil come to trick us with.
That's right, teacher.
You see, it said, did not the Gentile magicians do great things before the Pharaoh? Yes. My words and deeds in all the walks of life shall be a proof of my Messiah.
Praise God.
And then the tempter said, if you will go into Jerusalem and from the temple pinnacle pass down yourself to earth, the people will believe you are Messiah sent from Allah.
Praise God.
This you can surely do. For did not David say he gives his angel charge concerning you, and with his hands will thy uphold these you shall fall?
Praise God.
And Jesus said, I will not tempt the Lord my God Allah. And then the tempter said, look forth upon the world, behold its honor and its fame, behold its pleasure and its wealth. If you will give your life to these, they shall be yours. And I thank Allah. I thank him. For I'm not a materialistic type of person. I'm not caught up on material things because I know that it's not the material that it's not the things that we have that makes us who we are. It's what's in our heart
Praise God.
and how we feel that makes us who we are. Because Allah can judge us by what's in our heart and not by how big your house is or what you have, what you don't have. He's gonna judge us by our heart. So I often tell my children, keep your hearts and minds pure with love.
Praise God.
See, because when you got your heart and mind pure with love, and it ain't all the time that you're gonna be in that space. But you thank Allah for allowing you to be. If something evil comes to my mind, I just begin to praise and thank Allah. I say, Allah, forgive me for the thought.
Praise God.
You know, and it ain't about what nobody do to you. It's what you do to them. It's how you treat people. It ain't about how people treat you. Because at the end of time, people, you let so-and-so, my say, I let people do this and do that.
Mhm.
Don't matter nothing about what it look like and what they doing.
Praise God.
You know, once you done said your piece, you go on. All I got, you know, and even though you may feel like it's you should put it in your hand. No, let Allah deal with it. He's the best of to deal with any problem that we have, and he can solve it. If you got a problem, Allah can solve the problem far better than you. All you got to do is sit back.
Praise God. Yeah.
It says, if you will give your life to these, they shall be yours. But Jesus says, away from me all tempting thoughts. My heart is fit. I spurn this carnal self with all its vain ambition and its pride. And we could be so vain. And we could be, we could think it's all about us. No, it's not. See, it's selfishness for you to think that. It's not about that. You know, sacrifice and do what you need to do for people so Allah can bless you. You know, and sacrifices being made. You got to just thank Allah for that. For 40 days did Jesus wrestle with his carnal self. His higher self prevailed. He then was hungry, but his friends had found him and they ministered to him. Sometimes we need that ministry because all the time you can't get what you need. He'll send somebody though to assist you and help you and give you a word. But you got to be willing to accept that word, you know, and not be caught up on the physical and what this person doing and that person doing. Don't worry about that. All I got. And then Jesus left the wilderness, and in the consciousness of holy breath, he came into the camp of John and taught. He was ready then. He was full. He was able to do what he needed to do. And I lead the Moors as I came, and I love the Moors.
You love you too. That's all like that.
It's like I just read down our divine American sister Thompson Bay.
Yeah.
I read you talk well. Yeah, I like to speak to woman as well.
Yeah.
But this is something that is one thing. We got to stay home. To listen to that still small voice to speak within. Prophet Mojali said, seek you first. And the king have all these things we add to you. Once you get your mind right, and your heart, and your spirit right, and your soul, you're on your way, man. You're on your way. Don't nobody trick you off on your urban divine salvation this great more than America. We got it, Mo, you hear me? All we gotta do is hold fast into the truth. That's the only thing gonna set you free, man, it's truth. We're gonna knock this out for the falsehood in the head. If you just say the most, it gonna show, man. It's simple as that. It ain't about the title of state. Don't get caught up on that. It's not, I got him, Mo. Did you hear me? I got him already. I got him out the way. For real. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about that, man. Don't let the devil steal your salvation, earthly salvation, man. Because this is trying times we living in. And every spirit is on the move, trying to tell the true foundation laid down by your prophet. It's not, I think I called my third speech for tonight. The brother J. Kushner, baby, we're doing a good job. All the work of the prophet knows Joe Ali. Peace. Peace up, Johnson, baby.
Praise God.
Can't thank him enough. I can't
Serve him enough.
I can't lift him too high for men to see. 'Cause you don't know how good I've been to me. He didn't have to wake me up morning, but he did. Yes, he did. Oh, yes, he did. He didn't have to give me my children, but he did. Yes, he did. Oh, yes, he did. I can't thank him enough. I can't serve him enough. I can't lift him too high for men to see. 'Cause you don't know how good Allah has been to me.
It's
His infinite mercy, love, deal with us. He never gets up. So you let go. Turn to him for life. Thank you, Lord, for the last part of these days. Allow great prophet, our hope, same spirit of Jesus now 2,000 years ago. When he was here as Jesus about 2,000 years ago, he took the promise, clothed himself again, Lord, the flesh to walk, disciple, possibly man. Prophet of God, that Jesus comes back.
Praise Allah.
Prophet of God, leads. Prophet of God, he found 5 times. Wait,
Praise Allah.
thank God for sending that great prophet back to earth. He did want to come. Prophet of God, he remembered he said, Jesus, I would want to come back here.
Right.
Take the substance, the street, so on our Lord. Give honest for them, but on that God, best ones to our family. It's great honor. But all of you, whatever the reason that the elders for they can go into prison, open the prison doors, set the captive doors there. But the people, their mission.
Praise Allah.
And I thank Allah for the mission that He gave for all those people. My period of going through those college courses that I met Brother Lord, on the greatest one of the greatest brothers I ever met. Allah bless you. Take the travel. Many things from the brother. He's truly entitled to the name that his parents gave. That look, that truly he had a heart for, and especially for the mighty Lord. Allah taking out a special place in paradise. Right? Belongs to our present grace. Place the type of rule over people that they deserve. The Lord's own faith should be honored. As prophet knows God.
Praise Allah.
A lot of times we may not take it, disagree, but it's right that we honor man. When we honor man, we honor what we do for honor. Bear in mind that we honor those like man on Allah. Go to a man on Allah. Thank you all for sending me prophet. Give honors to all the national issues. Pray Allah bless more, give, take and make it connected. Talking to the friend, she about it. Told say that Chicago, Illinois is going to be our new neck. Allah has blessed many of them more to make that feel 20 years.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Allah.
Last 2 years.
Yeah.
If we haven't been able to make it connect, I feel like a sword inside of me. I pray Allah check it to be calm. The atmosphere will be the virus that's plaguing us. I think we did check to make it to be met. Because it takes care of some business of the more science of America, which is most important. Grand Governor of the state of the Allah, please
service that you've been rendering. That's right. To this board of science of fire, board institutions and doing a good job. I thank you, please, that's what Christ our Lord, like this special one, great membership. We told them to keep the temple doors open. Our God, praise God. Okay. I really see y'all out working with the race. That's right. Good work. So we get all our in the proper area you are looking for. Take it, you can look at a person, you can see a lot of wrong and bad, and after you look at a thing for so long, you can see good. Right? It's good in all of us. Yeah. Allah has given man no good without his that next to me. And so blended is weakness in thy next man that I have my strength to be good, not to be evil. Child, just I cannot accept. These are good in my reach. I was talking one more about a conversation that took place last week, and I'm trying to share a thought with you, brother, about sometimes people take and they send that negative energy out. Sometimes it's wise and they don't even respond to it. Right? See, when you respond to it, you're giving life to it. You know, it's wisdom inside. Plenty of wisdom. And I tell you what, sometimes people be running off at their mouth. All you got to do is just be quiet. Right. Sooner or later, they're going to see ain't nobody listening to them, paying no attention, and they don't shut up. Praise Allah. So I thank Allah for this great science. I know I think I get special on my wife. Praise Allah. I can promise the more I tell you, man, more science. Greatest thing that ever happened. Say it tonight, don't make no difference. That all our work things out. You're gonna be a very good place. Stuff be happening. You want to respond to it, brother. Sean Bay, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. He ain't doing no turn. Some of these moves is turn themselves up and they don't know. And what you got to do is get out the way before they turn you over along. What you would take a load and respond to some of that nonsense, right? Yeah. If they be sending out, and there you go, trade place. Right. Now, and when you take your understanding, you respond to some of this stuff being somebody else, your power. You get nobody your power. Right. You take to the ignorance of their instruction, and you're doing so to improve upon yourself. And once you can communicate it to them, that's what Jesus did. Jesus didn't take and carry on the road. Right. After Jesus took and delivered the message, people say, some of them say the same, inspired, speaks, the devil speaks. Jesus didn't spend his time trying to convince the people that what I'm telling you is the truth. Right. He went on God's way. It was one. Generous soul. Love. Oh, Christ. There's always going to be somebody. I like what Brother Katie in the face said. Yeah, man, reflection is the business of man. Right. Right. That's that rap music. Just the lyrics in it, man. It's got some messages in it. Yeah. Go upstairs. I guess there's a lot of the profanity and stuff that else. Your daddy loved it, I know.
Yeah, I like a little of it every now and then myself. But all I know, and I thank you for the Lord, we got a great future in this place. And we got a great future in this great Moorish time. So America, particularly here in Temple 75. That's my brother, brother Morocco Bay. Back with us. And I pray that Allah take and keep his on.
That's right.
Taking him strength, taking fight. Right. So that's when they cope with the creation of fall of man. So this corner nature soon became a cope, man was fight. That's the fight that yeah, tell you boy, he's strong.
Yeah.
Sometimes you take my you got it. It would take it to the crowd, he got you. Right. Take the fight. That's right. And Allah take the test. That's great voice. Actually, great voice now. Already. Right. So keep taking, hold on to what you want. Today, holy day service. I'm all tonight.
Praise God.
Sing the Father.
Praise God. That's right. Yeah. Praise God.
Go, man. I'm gonna take my read. Yeah.
Praise God.
First one. One piece of jack, one little. One day at peace, mom walked along beside the jack. I'm sitting, not what all the world. There are two things. Falsehood, yet same thing. Now, truth is false, has false, yet false. That's all. How about has been false, yet false. Here. Falsehood is not, and yet it is the manifest right. It is the manifest right. Whatever has been made to be unmade, that which begins must end. All things that can be seen by human eyes are manifest or not. So, that's right. The things we see are but reflexes, just appearing, while the ether vibrates so and so. When conditions change, the blood is spirit. The holy breath is true. That which was, is, evermore shall be. It cannot change, not pass. Mama said, now well. Now what is man? Jesus said, man is the truth and falsehood. Man is the breath made flesh. So truth and falsehood are joined in him. And then they strive and not go down. Man is fire.
Praise God.
So then Mama's asked, what do you say of power? And Jesus said, it is a manifest. It is the result of force. It is but not. It is illusion, nothing more. Force changes not, but power changes. Power changes as the ether changes.
force is the will of Allah. It is omnipotent. And power is just will and manifest directed by the will. There's a power in the wind, a power in the waves, a power in the lightning strokes, a power in the human arm, a power in the eye. The eagles call these powers to be, and thought of billion, pain, man, or other things directs the force. When it has done its work, the power is on the right power. Again, Lamas asks for understanding what have you to say. Jesus said, it is the right whose name is it's the north of the south and of the north, of falsehood and of truth. It is the knowledge of the Lord's self, possessing of the powers of man himself. Right? So again, Lamas asks of wisdom, what have you to say? And Jesus said, it is the consciousness that man is all, that Allah and man are one. That now is not, that power is but illusion, that heaven and earth and hell are not above or around below, but in, which in the light of all becomes knowledge. Allah is all. Allah. Yes, yes. Praise God. Lamas asks, pray, what is faith? Jesus said, faith is the spiritual definition of Allah and man. The certainty that man will reach the heaven of life. Let us know. There's no doubt about it. He says the certainty that man will reach God's heaven. Salvation is a ladder reaching from the heart of men to the heart of God. It has 3 steps. Indeed, it's what man thinks about. Faith is next. This is what man knows. Mission is last. And this is man himself. Belief is also faith. Mission faith. Man is saved. God is life. Back. Be good, Lord, so we'll see who I take back to. Overdrawn came in this land for the sake of sinful man. And he had hard trials almost every day. Well, he knows the pain he feels. He can save and he can heal. He's the joy of my salvation. Yes, he is. He's the joy of my salvation. Yes, he is. Well, to know he came for me, and from slavery he has set me free. He's the joy of my salvation. Yes, he is. Dedicated to my brother Rob.
Please, praise Allah. Good teaching, man.
It's not like this first time I take the bad thing.
Yeah.
You know,
Praise
but
Allah.
well, I like this thing to you, man, when you study. You know, the most part well, you always do. Because they come to study, man. We got to study and research.
Yeah.
This simple as that, man. You know, we just demonstrate the 7 laws of science, right? So we know what we got to do. Study, man.
Praise
Investigate. And you be in fact. Not be like Barack already.
Praise Allah.
Then the people can tell you something. Yeah. Be. I guess that's time to Brown Hill, and this wind glad to see the most. You know, I bless all of them. At this time I call last week for tonight. I love to speak, I love to wearing sheets of divine message, who did a good job carrying more success for your time to play. Peace, man. Rise and shine and give Allah the glory. Rise and shine and give Allah the glory. Rise and shine and give Allah the glory. We are the soldiers of Judah. Every round goes higher and higher. Every round goes higher and higher. Every round goes higher and higher. We are the soldiers of Judah.
Islam Moorish.
Islam.
Once again, it is a blessing to rise to give praise to Allah, the author, the creator, the governor of the world, almighty, eternal, and incomprehensible. In the depth of his mind, he reviveth all knowledge. The secrets of maturity lie open before us. The thoughts of thy heart are naked to his view. He knoweth thy determination before they are made. With respect to his precepts, there is nothing contingent. With respect to his providence, there is nothing accidental. Wonderful, wonderful he is in all his ways. His counsels are inscrutable. The manner of his knowledge transcended thy conception. Pay therefore to his wisdom all honor and veneration. And bow down thyself in humble and submissive obedience to his supreme discretion. The Father is gracious and beneficent. He had created the world in mercy and love. His creatures of his hands declare his goodness. In their enjoyment speak of his praise. He clothed them with beauty. He supported them with food. He preserved them with pleasure from generation to generation. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about Allah. Allah has taken care of us all our life. Many of us are 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Allah has provided for us. And we thank Allah for his mercy and for his goodness. He might not come when you want him to come. See, that's what the test is all about. Can you endure the storms of life and still have faith in Allah? The prophet said, it doesn't matter how things look. Sometimes we want to give up. We want to give up because it's hard to fight the lower self. What is this lower self? This carnal self, this body of desire. It makes demands upon you. And if you ain't strong, this is a field open for strong men and women who think that their conditions can be better. You have to fight. Well, I'm talking about fighting your lower self, your carnal thoughts, your carnal desire. You got to be the strength of Allah made manifest. What is faith? What is your faith? Is your faith in your girlfriend, your faith in your wife, your faith in your children? What is faith? Faith is the surety of the omnipotence of Allah and man. Meaning that Allah has all power and you got all Good is thy power. Don't want a good thing. When you lack in doing good, you are evil. Evil and disharmony is the same. That's confusion. This organization of the Moorish Science Temple of America is not to cause any confusion. So everything we do is in sync with love, truth, peace, freedom, and just do a Moorish American. No Negro. You ain't no black man. You ain't no color man. You think like a Moorish American. Upright, independent, and fearless. Salvation is a ladder that reaches from the heart of men to the heart of Allah. It has 3 steps. Belief is first. And this is what man thinks perhaps is the truth. We practice more science. So when we pick up the Quran, we believe that what the prophet has brought us can save us. We inspired by the holy prophet, noble brother. We got our own language. Who made you? Allah. That's our language. If you ain't a Moorish American, you might say my mom and daddy. Right. We got our own language, our own culture, and our own way of life. Belief is what man thinks perhaps is the truth. Faith is next. And this is what man knows the truth. When you start living the teachings of Prophet Noble Dwelling, it changed your spirit. It changed your mindset. It changed your soul. It changed your actions. Prophet Noble Dwelling told him. He said, I'm going to test you to the last inch of your life. And if you make it, you're going to be a good. The test is on. Every day you are tested. Tested how? Allah give you money. He tests you to see if you're going to do the right thing. Allah give you a wife. He tests you to see if you're going to do the right thing. Allah give you a husband. He tests you to see if you're going to do the right thing. This life is nothing but a trial. Every day you wake up, you got to make a decision. And the decision that we should be making is that which is right. What the prophet told. The prophet said the only thing that would surprise me about a Moor, if he do right. If he do right. It takes strength to do right. And how can you do right other than letting your spirit actuate and direct thy flesh? See, your spirit is the higher self. What is the higher self? The higher self is the mother virtue and the harmonies of life. And breathes what?
Justice, mercy, love, and right.
That's how you know you're in your higher self. The Lord self is truth reversed. And what?
Falsehood manifest.
And falsehood manifest. So when you find yourself giving into hatred, slander, lewdness, murder, theft, and everything that harm, you in your Lord self. You stripping yourself of your divine power that Allah has given you. It takes strength to be a Moorish American. Many are called. Many are called. We got 1,000 Moors in the city of St. Louis. But you all heard the voice. You are among the chosen one. Prophet Muhammad said that every time you attend a mosque, and a mosque is a temple, you're forgiven of 7 days sin plus 3 more. Who don't need to be forgiven of their sin? Yeah, we sin day in and day. Remember where the sin lies. The sin lies in the thought, in the wish, and the desire. You look at charm and form, and deep within your heart you love.
I got it, I got it. I got it out the way already.
You got it. Praise Allah.
I heard you.
Praise Allah. The sin lies in the thought, in the wish, and the desire. So we got to learn how to control our thoughts. We got to learn how to control our spirit. We got to learn how to be in an uncomfortable situation and still be at peace. Jesus pressed along the thorny ways of life. What is thorny? Thorny is uncomfortableness. He pressed, that means he was looking for the uncomfortable situation. He pressed along the thorny ways of life till he had risen and overcame the strongest foes of our enemy. Jesus was a pattern for the sons of men. He said, what I have done, all men can do. And what I am, all men shall be. Go forth. We're going forth with the light. You can't go forth with the light if you don't have the light. A good Moorish leader must study his holy Quran and his divine constitution and valor. He must. If you're going to teach me that Allah and man are one, but that through carnal word, thoughts, and deed, man tore himself away from Allah, debased himself. He got tired of doing right. Prophet Muhammad said that the devil gonna make your deeds first seem to you. Oh, you can go do this, and you know it's wrong. You can go do that, and you know it's. When he gets you to thinking like that, he got you. And what is his job? He told the higher self, I'm going to and fro the earth, seeking whom I may devour. All he's doing is trying to destroy you. But you got to fight. But you have a reason to fight. People are dependent upon you, more Samaritan. The prophet said, well, our life is worth more to others than our death. It is thy duty to protect that, preserve it. And sometimes we throw our life lightly away as if we have enough. Then we wait till we 60 and 70, wish we can get that youth back. Now, act as we commonly in our present state. I mean, live a good life now. Live a righteous life now. And then more exalted ones, our faith shall not be ashamed. I thank Allah for the holy and divine prophet, Noble Dwelling. I'm going to take a reading, and I'm going to sit down. I don't know about y'all, but I've been waiting all week to come to the temple. But I ain't been waiting all week to read, because I've been reading every day. This is where I get my nourishment. This is where I get my stuff from. This is where you should get yours from.
That's right.
Prophet Noble, he told the Moors, I brought you everything that it takes to save a nation. Now take it and save yourself. Save yourself from what? But some of us has taken the enemy to be the free.
That's right.
Because he can do the things that he offered Jesus.
Right.
He said, behold, behold. Look at the world.
Right.
Look at his honor, his fame, and his glory. All these will be yours if you what? Give your life.
The sacrifice and serve.
Sometimes you walk with the devil. If you don't want to go all the way. Well, that's a contract. When you take and you work for the devil, his wages is poor wages. We want to wait for Allah and get divine blessings. I thank Allah for all the speakers that spoke tonight. I thank Allah for the more signs of the I thank Allah for all the Moors that's here tonight. I thank Allah for all the speakers that spoke tonight. I thank Allah for our ancestors. Because we got the same DNA that our ancestors had. I thank Allah for the ancient Moabites whom inhabit the northwest and southwestern shores of Africa. At this time, I'm going to take a reading from page 15, verse 21. And Jesus said, the proof is there is all against those who have accused. The pure in heart do not accuse. The vile in heart who want to cover up their guilt with holy smoke of piety are ever loathing, drunkards, thieves, and courts. This loathing and this scorn is mine. But if the tinsel coat of reputation could be torn away, the loud professor would be found to revel in his lust, deceit, and many forms of secret sin. The man who spends his time in pulling other people's weeds can have no time in pulling his own. And all the choicest flowers of life will be choked and die. And nothing will remain but darnel, thistles, and burrs. And Jesus spoke a parable. He said, behold, a farmer had great fields of ripened grain. And when he looked, he saw that the blades of many stalks of wheat were bent and broken down. And when he sent his reapers forth, he said, we would not save the stalks of wheat that have broken blades. Go forth and cut and burn the stalks with broken blades. And after many days, he went to measure up his grain, but not a kernel could he find. And then he called the harvesters and said to them, where is my grain? They answered him and said, we did according to your work. We gathered and burned the stalks with broken blades, and not a stalk was left to carry to the barn. And Jesus said, if Allah saves only those who have unbroken blades, who has been perfected in his sight, who will be saved? None of us will be saved, because we all sin. We all transgressed against the laws of Allah. We are sinners. We all fall short in the glory of Allah. And the accusers hung their heads in shame, and Jesus went his way. May Allah be pleased with us. And I love all the Lord. Y'all have a wonderful evening. And I'm going to say peace.
That's right. I can check out that spiritual really keep us down today. Let's go where it's from. What's going on, at this time, all must be right. It's on Grand TV, round one.
By the prophet, Prophet,
It's on more.
prophet, all monsters, governor, all the three proclamation that each week. I hereby inform our members that they must be in our radical advocating speakers while they work, in their homes, or on the street. We are for peace and not destruction. Stop flashing your cards and your opinion. It causes confusion. Remember your orders for your salvation. Failing to obey these orders will be a severe consequence. We are for love, truth, peace, and freedom. And when these principles are violated, justice there must take its place. Any member or group of members who hold malicious feelings toward the temple or the prophet or violate the divine covenant of the Moorish movement will receive their reward from Allah for their unjust deeds. All true Moors will and must obey the law as laid down to them by their prophet. If they lose confidence in their prophet, they should turn their cord and button, cease wearing their turban and fez, and return to the state where I, the prophet, found. This is a holy and divine movement founded by the prophet, noble prophet. And if the prophet is not right, the temple is not right. The prophet therefore is sending out the divine plea to all Moorish Americans that they do their part in protecting their prophet and the temple. This is an everlasting movement founded by the prophet through the will of Allah to redeem his people from their sinful ways by order of prophet Noble Ali. Peace.
When the first time I Grand TV is ready to round one, the knees down the door for any public not to not be recorded. Take them up there. Please, Rob, you gone?
No, I ain't going.
Okay, I got you over here. We got collection, we got three folks, three collections going around for the good time, baby. We got three. No, we got three of them, okay, three or four, man, we got three collections, bags going around, three, right?
Yeah.
We got three bags going around. The meeting's been over, public now, sit down and report. Any public now, report out, public now, sit down and report, any public now? Right, the public now, close now, close the public now, close the public now, very report. Well, okay, you're right.
That's next week, next Friday, and it's.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you want to record, you have next Friday, next Sunday, right?
Yes, on the report.
You want to record? Yeah, next Friday, next Sunday. Any public now, third report, any public now, third report, any public now?
Hey, y'all go around with the basket and come back to me.
Public now, any public now, third report.
We do have ORG and countdown,
Yeah, I need.
and we have literature.
Public now, third report, any public now? We got collection going around, boys.
Yeah, what?
Go ahead, come on, go ahead.
I'm just trying to get.
Where's the table? That's right, boys, that's right. Those are the public now, they're not report. The public now, they're report. Any public now?
The need to be recorded.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So, that's good sound, back.
It prays to Allah.
It's not y'all, let's speak, let's go. All right, y'all take the plate. Come on, let's sit down, baby. Good sound, come on.
We praise the honor to the prophet of Israeli. This is our sacrifice hand that we sent to the home office board, to the to our grand sheik and moderator, the board signs, brother Art Jones Bank. Sunday would be the last day when it be set out in our treasurer. She would get the money together and count it out and let you know how much. it is.
Okay, thank you.
So if you would like to make a donation, please donate inside our tax sacrifice.
That's on the simple business, right? What you want to you write it down? This one to the nine, it is simple business, right?
It's not going today. She just said.
Okay,
you
no
know,
problem. Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Go ahead, okay, yeah. Go ahead, over the phone now, go ahead, the phone now. Get the phone now. Now,
That's
so,
$15 that, you find.
Yes, sir, it is.
Yeah.
go over the phone now, go over the simple business.
Okay.
Go over the phone now. Go over the simple
Come on,
business.
I don't.
That's right, we got simple business going on.